How's your mom gonna feel about you coming home with me?
She's not gonna like it.
Really?
No. What are you, buddy?
Like that.
I can break you.
Perfection.
You want to hang out sometime? All right, let me grab your phone number. What is it?
6030.
Awesome. It was nice to meet you.
He has no edge, right? What she's thinking is if we have sex, it's going to be in the missionary position. It's going to be after the 5th date. And I'm not going to have an orgasm. Man, if he watches this, he's going to fucking hate me. In this video, we're going to be looking at infield footage of two very famous pickup artists, dating coaches, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to compare and contrast them and see which one has better game than the other one. Because anyone who's watched infield footage or like pickup videos knows there's a lot of guys that actually suck and there's some that are actually legit. So in this series, we're going to be showing you by breaking down their footage, which ones fall into which category. And RSD Tyler, he's one of the OGs. He's been doing the whole dating coach thing for 20 plus years. His company was the biggest company in the space for a very long time. And so till they became like Tony Robbins, self-help or whatever, trauma healing stuff. But Owen has reposted some of his infield clips recently. So we have an opportunity to review them and see, is he legit or was he misleading thousands of men? And he's basically like a cult leader. And we're going to be comparing him to someone called How to Beast, who has, I think, about 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Wow. So he's much bigger audience. He does sell dating courses. I don't know if he would call himself a dating coach, but he sells products, right? So if you sell products about dating, you're calling yourself an expert, right? If you're just saying, oh, I'm a beginner and this is just for fun, then I wouldn't critique you in the same way, but he sells products. So we're going to see if the PUA guy is more legit, or if the anti-PUA guy, because really How to Beast is just like a normal frat bro kind of guy. He's just like a cool guy, right? Who has his shit together and that's his strategy, right? It's just be direct, like tell the girl you like him. Whereas RSD Tyler, it's a lot more complicated and nuanced. So we're going to see which one of them is better. And by the way, this is my friend Steven. He's another dating coach. He's one of the few legit guys I know. He's going to be starting to build his channel with infield. So if you want to see more infield footage, make sure to click the link below to subscribe to his channel.
Believe that. I don't like you. I hate you.
Hi. I'm very nice. I think she's very slim, beautiful, nice, sophisticated.
Okay, so what do you think about the opener so far?
Is he complimenting the friend or?
So she's with her mom. You're going to find out later.
Oh, okay.
And with her friends. Now, the first thing I noticed is that he approached from behind and kind of touched her back, which it's very assertive. It's very confident to do that, but it's high risk. It could freak her out and it could blow out the interaction right away. So I wouldn't do that. I don't think it's necessary. But the thing I like that he's doing is he's all like gas. He's all gas. He's saying a bunch of shit and like getting her to start reacting to him, right? He's the proactive force and he's not just like, hi, and then hoping she'll do something. Because women, when you first approach, they're generally going to be in a feminine role and they're like going to give you an opportunity. But if you just say hi, they're not necessarily going to start investing and start adding to the conversation.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Avery. When you're first approaching, you want to feel the empty silence, the empty space, because most girls don't give you much to work with. So you need to practice on just talking to yourself and basically keeping the conversation going without relying on the girl's reaction.
You're taking the lead conversationally.
Thank you. She's cool
Amazing.
with that. We're getting married. I'm going to be your next husband. Do you approve?
My next
Look, I can have really white babies.
You know what I like about that? Because if you tell it to the girl, that could still work. But the fact that he's saying it to other people makes it a lot more persuasive because it's easier for her to agree with it, the frame, when he's not like trying to control her, right? He's telling the friends we're getting married. So it's an easier thing for her to agree with. And he's making it very clear he has a romantic interest. He's not trying to be your friend. He's not beating around the bush. And so far he's got a lot of confidence, right? He's owning what he's doing and that goes a long way. He does have a voice. His voice is a little bit like, like a little bit like high pitched, not the most traditionally alpha sounding voice, but he's still doing a lot of things very well. So I would say that doesn't matter that much.
Maybe a little pigment.
He does anything
beard in the house. Let's try this out. Oh my God.
Okay, so by the way, they don't show the whole thing, which it would be cool if they showed the whole thing. But do you have any thoughts on that?
I like how he's leading. Basically, that's what I do. I try to lead. He's leading logistically right now. He's basically moving the girl, which is really important.
And very assertively, right? There's no hesitation. He's just like, let's go.
Mm-hmm. He's really confident in what he's doing.
He expects her to say yes. right? And when you expect that, it tends to be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Even if you move a girl like 5 feet away, it's important because at least you're like breaking her comfort zone.
It's also called a compliance ladder, right? So if you give her something easy to say yes to and she agrees with it, she's more likely to say yes to the next thing, the bigger thing. Whereas if you ask for too much compliance too soon, they're more likely to give you resistance. But it's when someone says yes to one thing, they're more likely to say yes to the next thing, and then yes to the next thing, and then you're getting them pregnant. So basically, that's a really good technique. And one thing I know of all the guys that I've observed that pull a lot, they all take the lead very strong, right? They move the girls around. They're moving things forward. They're not just waiting for the girl to lead them. And that's what most guys who try pickup, they try to wait for the girl to lead them, which it just doesn't fucking work.
They basically assume that it's on, like they've been there before, and if girls, like if you're doing it confidently and not like you're kind of like uncertain about it, girls won't be weirded out because it seems like you know what you're doing.
Think about it in like evolutionary terms, evolutionary psychology. If there was a guy that was low status in the tribe or whatever, and he's talking to a girl, well, if he's being hesitant and won't lead, it implies he's the beta male that no one has sex with, right? He's low value, he's low status. But if just by the fact, if he's taking the lead, he's making moves, strong eye contact, no hesitation, that implies he must be the alpha male who's banged a bunch of other girls already, right? Which means he's attractive. The biggest attraction trigger, probably of any attraction trigger, is pre-selection. Right? It's the fact that other women find you attractive. And so if other women find you attractive, it means you must have value, you must have good genes, high status, etc. And so that's another way of basically showing that same trait. All right, so that's the first part of Tyler. Now we're going to look at how to beast.
Excuse me. Do you know where the Christian Guzman Latino Center is?
No.
I gotta be honest with you. I stopped because I thought you were super cute.
Oh, thanks.
How's your day going?
Good. How are you?
What do you think of his opener?
I like it. It's indirect, direct. You go indirect, ask for directions with the girl. Basically, when you go indirect, the girl is willing to stop more. Because I think girls are pretty nice. They want to help. And then when you switch it to direct, you get out of the friend zone. You basically show them that you're sexually interested in them, which is really important. Because a lot of guys, when they go indirect, they stay in the friend zone. There's not man-to-woman communication. But once you go direct, then basically you show that you're not just looking for directions, you're looking to date her.
And he also stopped her very smoothly. And his voice, he sounded comfortable. He sounded pretty confident. And he didn't sound like beta. Like a lot of guys, they talk in a way that's very self-qualifying. Like they're below the girl. They're like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Way too excited. And he didn't have any of that. So far, it's pretty good.
Jennifer.
David, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Do you go here?
I graduated a couple years ago, actually.
Oh, okay.
You go here?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Do you like Boston so far?
I like it, yeah.
You from around here or no?
From Indonesia.
Indonesia?
Yeah.
Okay, not even close. Is this like, did you live in the States before you came to school here at all or no?
No, yeah. This is my third year?
Yeah?
Third year, yeah.
You speak like perfect English.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I gotta run, but
Yeah, after you.
it was nice to meet you. Do you want to hang out sometime?
Sure.
All right, let me get your phone number. What is it?
603.
Awesome. It was nice to meet you. Me and my buddy are actually filming.
Looks like she kind of gave him the dog pat, which is generally a bad sign, right? When she did that with the hug, which is, it's a subconscious thing women do that generally means I'm not with this guy, like, so no one else thinks that you're actually with her. Do you have any other thoughts about that interaction?
I honestly don't think it was a solid number. I feel like basically he could have made more code reads. He was asking a lot of questions. He could have made the conversation a lot more playful and fun. But basically, she gave him something to work with, and he didn't build off of it. He just kept changing topics, I know it's a short interaction because he's trying to get the number quick, but I think that she's going to flake. She's not going to meet up with him. But his body language, the way he was standing, is pretty good. It shows confidence.
His body language, his tonality, like those were all above average, but conversationally, it was just super basic. He just said, like, where are you from? What do you do? And that's fine as like a starting point, but you got to be able to play off of what they give you and maybe tease them, maybe make some kind of reference, some kind of, you have to be able to do something with it and be interesting and add emotions, add some kind of value, add something. And he didn't really do that. He just had a very basic, logical, almost interview conversation.
Like he wasn't memorable, basically.
Yeah, his nonverbal communication is good. She seemed interested at first, but by the end, it seemed kind of like, I don't, because if she doesn't feel like, oh man, I really want to see this guy again. Like I want to hang out. He made me feel strong emotions. Because your goal when you get a number, Also, maybe he could have gone for the pull and he didn't even try that. He's just going for a 30-second number for no reason.
Yeah.
Generally, I'd say if you get a number, the ideal is like 5 to 15 minutes. Now I do pull. I'm going to actually show some like the text messages and shit. I pulled a girl from a 5-minute approach the other day. It happens, but the ideal is like 5 to 15 minutes, somewhere in that range, to where they actually invest a little bit. They actually get to know you, or just go for the pull, right? Instead of just going for a number right away for no reason. So look, if you do this enough times, you'll eventually get dates, but there's nothing he's doing that really is game, right?
Like I posted a small video of an infield on my channel. I get the girl's number in under a minute and actually end up sleeping with her through text messages. So if you have good text game and you have a good initial interaction, it's possible like a 1-minute number, you could sleep with the girl. But from looking at this infield, I don't think she was really that into him. Usually you could tell how solid a number is based on how the girl reacts. If she's touching you, how she's looking at you, stuff like that.
She's not going to be telling her friends later, like, oh my God, I met this really interesting guy. And like, he asked me out. And like, she's not going to be talking about it and thinking about it all day, because the interaction was very lukewarm, right? It's very normal. It's okay. Now, if she just thinks he's super hot, then maybe, right? Like he's her exact physical type, or maybe he had a lot of Instagram followers and they exchange Instagrams and he looks high status, then that can work sometimes, but it's very unlikely that she's going to play this back in her head. And that's what you want to do, is you want to make the girl remember the experience you had, either through your eye contact, through the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, telling interesting stories, saying things that are kind of risky that other guys wouldn't say, basically having an edge, right?
I completely agree.
Basically having an edge, and he has no edge, right? What she's thinking is, if we have sex, it's going to be in the missionary position. It's going to be after the 5th date, and I'm not going to have an orgasm. Man, if he watches this, he's going to fucking hate me. But that's the overall vibe, right? He's not going to give me an orgasm, and you want your interaction kind of almost to mirror the way that you're going to have sex with her. You want to be implying with the way you carry yourself that you're a guy that will give her an orgasm.
You're pretty awesome.
You look like you're trying to get out of your shell, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out of my shell. I've been out of it, and the trip of me getting out of my shell wouldn't be with.
Look at this body. You keep good care of yourself. Not even a little inch on there. Good job.
Thanks. I'm 117 pounds.
Yeah, basically Tyler's really relaxed. He's like leaning back. He's looking around like he's not giving much priority to the girls. Usually girls like think they're like really like you should give them all their attention because they feel like, you know, they should get that privilege. But I think he shows that he's somewhat disinterested, which is good because you don't want to overcommit, overinvest.
So he has what they call in pickup terms hot guy blasé, which there's hot girl blasé, which if you've approached hot girls, a lot of people watch pickup haven't even done it. But if you've approached really hot girls, a lot of them, they don't give you much, right? They don't give you much personality or anything to work with. They have a blasé. But what he has is the male version, right? And it basically what it implies, like you're not that invested. You're into it, but you're like, it's not a big deal. You could leave any minute without being upset. Right. So it implies you're not going to be clingy. You're not going to be needy. It also implies you must get laid a lot, because why don't you care that much? Right. Why aren't you being pushy at all? So that's a really good thing. The other thing I noticed is that he's like, oh, not even a little inch in there. He's complimenting her, but it also sounds kind of like an insult at the same time. He's teasing her and complimenting her at the same time, which is a really good way to do it, as opposed to just being like, oh, you're so hot. You're so beautiful. That's fine. But it's kind of boring, kind of predictable. And she's heard it a million times, and he's complimenting her. He's doing it in a way that is a lot more memorable, right? That's going to have a stronger emotional impact.
And I'm 5'9".
Yeah?
So it was stress. It was.
Yeah?
Now I'm just living
She lost the D-weight.
enjoy-
This is my friend. He's British. He's cool.
Yeah, we met.
I'm just fucking around. I'm on vacation. I don't give a
No, I
shit.
fucking love it. I love it. You know why? Because these bitches are hoes, and you might.
I need to go keep this other girl warm. Stay here. How's your mom gonna feel about you coming?
So I really wish there was more context for that, because that could be bad, like saying I need to talk to this other girl. But if there's a reason, he's like, oh, my friend's talking to this girl, they're really into each other, and I just have to like, you know, keep her not being too upset or too alone, then that would be good. But if it could be a little bit on the side of too cocky, potentially, of like, oh, bye, I'm going to talk, because then she might just like start talking to another guy and get pulled by him. Right. So I'd say that's not ideal, but it depends on the reason, and then they cut through. So that could be good. It could be bad.
Maybe she's really, really hooked already. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and maybe it's gone longer than we think. And maybe I don't know if he already has the number too, because if he doesn't, then it's a bigger risk to leave her. But he is doing a boot camp, right? I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. he's doing coaching, so he can't just talk to her like the whole night. He has to keep track of his clients and make sure they're doing well. So he kind of has to leave and come back. Although there was a girl I pulled last week, I left her. And then she immediately just got like super desperate over text, right? She was like, where'd you go? Why'd you leave? What the fuck? And then when I saw her again, it was like extremely easy to pull because you'd already given her that like vacuum, that sense that maybe you're not going to hook up with her. Maybe you're not that interested. And it creates mystery, basically. Like it makes suspense almost, right? It makes her wonder like what your intentions are and if you even like her. And it gives her a reason to start putting in effort.
It's basically a sense of fear of loss, you know?
Yeah.
If you feel like you're going to lose something.
Scarcity.
You're going to fight harder to keep it.
Scarcity. If you know marketing, the most powerful force for getting people to take action, it's not any of the positives about whatever you're selling. It's scarcity, right? That's the number one most powerful motivation.
How's your mom going to feel about you coming home with me?
She's not gonna like it.
Really?
No, I mean it's.
Oh!
That's a great line, right? That's pretty fucking hilarious. And it's just very cocky. And you can see her reaction is.
It's time to go home.
Yeah.
You're going home with your mom, huh? Going home with your mom?
What? What did you say?
Busy.
Don't help your
I
mom.
said you're going home with your mom.
Yeah,
That's very nice.
right. Classy girls go home with their moms in Miami. Oh Lord.
So what? Do you think that you might? I'm tired. Let's go.
Oh Jesus.
Can I take her for food?
No, you can't.
Thank you.
She thinks I'm not cute enough.
No, you're cute. You
No,
got
I'm not
red
cute
hair.
enough.
You look like a devil and all that.
I hate it. Forget it. I never want to take you. You're too.
The fact that she's calling him the devil, a huge green flag that she's really into you. Because the devil is like, kind of sounds like an insult on the surface, but the devil means like a bad influence. It means the devil is always characterized as being like a sex appeal, right? It always has sex appeal. So it's actually a very, very good sign that this isn't going to be a flake. This isn't a girl's not interested. She's actually invested.
Stuck up.
Give
Too
me
stuck
a
up.
drink and we'll talk.
No drink. Too stuck up. Too skinny. Think you're all that. New Yorker.
Oh, you're stepping on me.
And look, all the like soy boy, beta cuck, advice that you get from like feminists and the soy boy or what like the lame ass dating coaches, the trip advice types. They're like, be nice to the girl. But look, he's insulting her technically. What he's doing is not nice, but she's having so much more fun and enjoying herself so much more with the guy who's challenging than the guy who's just constantly complimenting her and like following her lead. She actually probably feels disgust towards those guys. Like, just like, oh, why do I have to talk to this? Here, it's very much the opposite. She's loving it. So the whole idea that you have to be a nice guy, that women are into that, total bullshit, total bullshit.
I feel like most girls are on autopilot. When you go out, beautiful girls are used to getting free stuff, But what Tyler is doing is he's breaking them out of their comfort zone, He's basically, you got to earn my drinks. You got to earn me basically talking to you.
It's time to go beast mode. Excuse me.
Their first approach was not.
Quick question. Do you know if there's anywhere around here I can get like some real authentic tacos?
No.
I gotta be honest with you. I stopped because I thought you were super cute.
You know what I
know I guys
like
get
about that
that
over here? What he's saying is fine, but it sounds so scripted and like he's not in the zone. Like he's like, okay, it's jerky, right? It doesn't flow. It just doesn't seem very authentic, which makes it a lot more awkward for the girl.
And basically, when he did the opener, he didn't give a pause. He's like, do you know full authentic tacos? And he jumped right into
Couldn't
the
hold
direct
tension.
line. Yeah. Basically, yeah. It seems scripted because he jumps into the direct line right after the indirect line instead of asking for it and then waiting 5 seconds and then switching to direct. There was no time for his opener to sink in, basically.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese 3 hours ago.
Wow, that's super interesting. I don't know. The way he said that sounded so boring. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese 3 hours ago. Like he sounds like he's about to fall the fuck asleep. I'm getting tired just watching him, right? It's like taking away energy from me, which if that's happening with the girl, she's going to want to get away from you, right? The energy of being around you, the feeling of being around you needs to be better than previous, right? Whatever was happening previously. And if it doesn't, she's going to be like, well, why would I want to keep talking to this guy?
Maple. I don't know. It's the new one. It was good though. That's what you have to do.
And so he cut it too. It was already awkward and then he cut it. So you have to wonder if it got even more awkward and he cut out it getting worse. That's what I think happened there. And so, yeah, he's really struggling to find something to say. And this is a sign of someone who's basically like a beginner, right? Like not maybe a low-level intermediate, high-level beginner. He doesn't know how to find things to say, how to free associate, how to have fun, how to make the conversation emotional and intriguing, how to lead. He doesn't have things like that he can, if you run out of things to say, you should have things in your mind as ways to keep the conversation going because you've done it 1,000 times before. This is more like a guy who's approached 50 girls in his life. And so he doesn't really know what to do when it gets a little bit awkward.
Shush, gone. You're done.
I'm too skinny.
I told you.
Yeah. It's like a little twig. You just break it.
What are you, bud?
that.
What are you, bud?
Like that.
I can break you.
Perfection.
Again, it's really good. He's being very arrogant, but it's in a playful way, not in an I actually mean I'm perfection kind of way. But he's saying it in a kind of, it's just a fun, sarcastic way that it's controlling the frame. It's showing that he's not reactive. He doesn't care what she thinks, and that he's in his own reality, right? He's in control of his own reality and he's having fun. And women get sucked into that charismatic energy, probably more than anything else.
I love him.
Okay.
Good sign when girls are saying things. When they say that, like one of the girls I pulled last week, she kept saying, we're going to get married. She was saying again and again, like, you have a girlfriend, don't you? Like, you get laid a lot. These are signs that you're coming across the right way. And if you're not hearing things like that, like some kinds of compliments from women that you approach where they seem very interested, then you're probably not doing a very good job.
Can you come meet with me? Do you want to come too? We're going to go somewhere really good. Forget it. I don't want to come. I'm not bringing you.
Let's go, Oliver. Let's go.
No.
But let's get it a nice way. Let's go.
Her
Do you have to go with your mom
does not
now?
want her daughter to have ginger, pasty babies. But he's trying to go for the pull, right? Even though he's gotten some resistance, he's really going for it. He's not being pushy, but it's clear he knows how to move things forward without getting reactive. And look at the look on her face. Like, she's having a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's that?
Fun?
How do you like that?
Huh?
And losers are us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this trip is. How about I get a drink of wine?
No.
And she's trying to get pulled, right? She's trying to make it happen. She's trying to keep it going, which is a very good sign. Sadly, the mom has a certain level of authority.
Oh,
In the
this is
hotel.
insane.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Don't stress. Don't stress.
I'm tired.
Oh my god, that's so awesome. I'm sorry, Mom, but this is pretty amazing. Only because
Whatever.
He's
Let's go.
It's such a good clip. Oh my God.
scared. Don't.
I'm not scared. Are you
This guy's
serious?
charms aren't gonna circle around you.
Yeah, I don't even have charms, actually.
See how she is? See that?
His lucky charms.
I'm gonna give you a
It was
shot.
really nice to meet you, though.
Nice
You
meeting
have
you
a
too.
You have a
lucky
you have a very beautiful daughter.
Yes,
His
I know.
lucky charms are
But
not
daughter
gonna
is ready
spread
to go.
out on everybody like a little leprechaun.
Listen, are you gonna
What?
eat first?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me. All right. Done.
Good night. Nice meeting you.
Sorry. I didn't mean the leprechaun.
I like being leprechaun.
Just
mean,
qualifying. One of the biggest signs I've noticed that a girl wants to sleep with you, like really badly, is if she qualifies herself. So after I get a girl's number, she might say, oh, sorry if my voice sounded weird. I was kind of sick or whatever. Like they're apologizing about something and they're like, seem self-conscious, right? And so the fact that she's doing that, she's saying like, oh, I'm sorry about that comment. I didn't mean it. That is a huge, huge positive sign.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
No.
Letting the tension go.
Come on, let's go. It's time to
Fight
go
for
now.
my number. Fight.
All right.
Like
What's
a
your number?
stallion. I don't know. Hold on. I have to figure it out because I just got separated and that number is.
I'll text you.
new.
Don't worry.
Sure. Let's go. Like it's totally normal.
Hold on a minute. What's your name?
Owen.
Owen? Oh, that's nice.
Nice coordination. Sweet.
Hold on. There's a lot going on here. 917. Try that.
All right, so he gets her number and he doesn't pull technically, but I think that's a pretty difficult situation where it'd be hard for anyone to pull.
So basically, yeah, this is if the mom wasn't there, he would have closed like guaranteed. It's just that like when you go out, you gotta find out like I said, you're gonna find out what the situation is. The mom, she was such a big cock block that in this set I probably wouldn't have spent that much time in it just because
it's hard to say how long he did because there's so many cuts. But if this is like a 20-minute infield, 30 minutes, it's a little bit long. I would have got the number after like maybe 5-10 minutes around there, and then just moved on to other girls, because you do have to kind of be ruthless in the sense that what's your biggest resource? Time is always your biggest resource when you're going out. And so if you spend, I have a client who this is the main thing he keeps doing. Like he's starting to get results. He's starting to get dates. He's starting to have some successes where he wasn't before. But the main thing he's doing is he writes his field report. He's like, I talked to these girls for 2 hours. You don't need to talk to these girls for 2 hours unless you're pulling. If you've been talking to them 2 hours, you should be in your house by then, right?
Yeah, a client of mine, his problem is if a girl like gives him good reactions, like gives him a compliment, he'll stay in the set for hours. And he's just basically wasting time in that set when there might be other girls that are more pullable, you know?
It's not increasing the chances after a certain point that you're going to pull her, right? So yes, if you have a 10-minute or a 10-second interaction, that's less likely to get a date with her and see her later than a 5-minute interaction, but there's a diminishing return, right? So the longer you spend, at a certain point, she already knows whether she wants to see you again. You've already made a strong enough impression or not. And actually, if you stay too long without pulling, it takes away your mystery and it kind of like seems like you're lingering. And so you lose value. So it's actually one of the biggest mistakes. Now, he's not doing that here, right? He didn't stay too long where she's like lost interest or anything like that. However, that is probably, I'm not 100% sure. I remember seeing the full clip. I do think it's longer. I do think it's like 20 minutes or something. So really there's two criticisms of potential negative things. One is it went a long time. To be fair, he might be really wants to get the pull in field. So he's just like doubling down on that and trying to see if he can make that happen. And the other one is, so one, it went on a long time and it's not a pull. The other one is that he approached from behind, right? And he like grabbed her before he started talking to her. But other than that, this is really good.
Go to class, but
Right here, I'll let you run. But would you want to hang out sometime? Yeah, give me a number.
Body movements, a little bit stiff, right? The way he's talking, the way he's carrying himself, it's just a little bit like jerky.
See if we can make it happen.
okay. 732.
I gotta be honest with you. Me and my buddy are making a YouTube video, like approaching college girls. It's cool that you have used in the video.
Sure.
All right, guys, so I pretty much got that girl's number by talking to her.
He must have got a privacy complaint in the past. That's why he's showing that. Okay, so that's how the Beast's interaction. How would you say that compares to RSD Tyler?
I think that he's not even a beast. He's like a little shrimp.
Oh no! I mean, there is an irony because he's the one who's talking about beast mode and how to beast, and his approaches are so lukewarm. They're not terrible. It's not like it's awful. He's not doing anything that's like horrible, but he's also not doing anything that's like alpha or like beast like
Like
right?
that last clip, the girl had to think about giving him her number. Like she didn't want to give him her number willingly. He had to ask for it. You know, like I have girls that just offer me to take their number, but I don't like to take the number. I want to go for the pull on this, like on the spot, you know, because numbers mean nothing. But basically, Tyler, I feel like he wins this hands down. He tries to hook the girl and get her really invested before even getting the number, whereas the shrimp tries to get the number before any attraction is built.
So Tyler's someone who definitely got labeled as a pickup artist, and he was around all the major pickup artists. He learned from them, like Mystery and Neil Strauss and all those guys. And there is in society, there's this idea that pickup artists are creepy, make women uncomfortable. They're weird, and there certainly are weird ones. But when you look at the comparison, How to Beast is a guy who doesn't really know game. He didn't really learn pickup. I mean, as far as I can tell, if he did, he didn't do a good job. Whereas RSD Tyler is a guy who did learn all the theory, all the tactics. And if you look at the way women react to him, they're having a ton of fun. They're having a memorable experience. They're investing. They really like him. He's giving women a far better experience with the PUA stuff than How to Beast is by being just a normie or whatever whatever you want to call it, by being a normal stereotypical frat guy type of approach.
I think the difference is that Tyler is not using lines. He's basing his game off concepts. It's whereas the Beast
Principles,
guy,
yeah.
The Beast guy is using canned lines, and it seems really canned, you know? It doesn't seem like in the moment like Tyler does.
Well, you can also tell he lacks experience because he can't handle, like if things don't go perfectly, he doesn't know where to go with it. He doesn't know how to move it forward. He doesn't know how to keep the conversation going. So he just seems like a beginner. And that's why I think it's kind of fucked up for him to sell a course about teaching guys how to pick up girls. I know he does it with this guy, Dave Perota. We'll go over his infield too. His infield is fucking just as bad, right? This guy wrote a book called Conversation Casanova. He's a pickup coach, and he uses the same lines as How to Beast, and none of his interactions are more than 40 seconds, and he never says anything interesting. Right. But he's selling the conversation book, even though he's horrible at conversation. So sadly, there are a lot of frauds out there, but there are also legit guys, right? There are guys who actually can help you. And just because someone's a better marketer, right? Because How to Beast is a better marketer, he's an amazing marketer. If you want to learn marketing in YouTube, watch his channel, right? You can learn a lot from that. But in terms of pickup, he's maybe an intermediate, but more likely a beginner.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So overall, that's a pretty crazy difference between the two in terms of like their skill or how good they are with women, what their game is like. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot from it. Let us know in the comment section who you want us to compare in future videos. Who do you want me to break down in terms of their infield for this series? I'm actually thinking of making like a tournament bracket. So having all the different major coaches and then just having it go down to like 8, 4, 2, etc. I think that would just be a fun thing to do. So let me know who you would like to see in that bracket. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Make sure to hit the bell button. If you really are serious about getting good at this, about getting good at approaching women, attracting women, and you want to learn that in the fastest, easiest way possible, that is to take in-person coaching. So you can click the link below to learn more about taking a boot camp. Now, I'd also highly recommend make sure to subscribe to Steven's channel because he's one of the handful of legit guys out there. He's just starting his channel, but I've seen enough proof that he pulls girls. He gets laid all the time. I've seen some of them being very, very hot too. I've seen plenty of proof that he's one of the guys who's legit. He's not a marketer, right? He doesn't know how to do that yet. His channel might not blow up immediately, but he's someone who can actually give you real advice from the trenches, as opposed to someone who's like, well, how do I make the most money possible pretending I know something that I don't know how to do, which is how I would critique How to Beast. And look, if How to Beast sees this, he probably will. Or if any of his fans see this and they want to show him like, this guy like went hard on you. Here's my offer. How to Beast, anytime we can film, just like you do with Dave Perota, we can film both of ourselves going out, approaching women. We can film for like a whole weekend. We can make it a big thing. I will happily do that. And we can have someone film me, someone film you. We can do it live. We'll make sure it's fair. We'll agree to a fair rule set. And we will see. We'll show it to both of our audiences. And I guarantee your own audience will end up saying, yep, this guy's way better. Yep, this guy's far more legit. I guarantee that'll happen. Now, I doubt you'll take that challenge, but if you're open, hit me up. I would love to do that. Any last thoughts?
No, I agree. I would take that challenge too. I think there was such a big difference between Tyler and How to Beast that I think it's good to get views what How to Beast does. But if you look at the difference of the clips, I feel like Tyler took the girl on a wider range of emotions and further down a journey than How to Beast.
Got her to invest emotionally, logically, like on different levels, and stood out from other guys.
Yeah, I just felt like How to Beast just went on the surface layer and then got the number. There was no investment from the girl. The girl wasn't chasing him.
And then it literally is just a numbers game, right?
Yeah.
That'll still sometimes work, but it's literally just if she found you really, really attractive, it'll work occasionally. Or maybe she just broke up with her boyfriend and she's like, I want to fuck anyone. Then it'll work, but it's going to be a much lower percentage.
Yeah, completely agree with Avery.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be posting a lot more of these. We're both going to be posting a lot of actual infield footage because there's a drought of that on YouTube. So I hope you look forward to that.